think ETH is dead, man. I think ETH has had its time.
The market is going to go sideways until we get some potential rate cuts. And even when we get that, there will be further capitulation.
Ever since Vitalik has got wiped up by his Ethereum daily revenue has dropped to 2024 lows and is now down 90% year to date.
The content presented in this podcast is intended for informational and educational purposes only. It should not be considered as financial advice, and listeners are encouraged to conduct their own research or consult with a qualified professional before making any investment decisions.
Crypto Flip.
Welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. I am your host, and I am joined with my co-hosts Ricardo and Deji. Now, before we get into the serious stuff, the meaty stuff, what we have to do is look at some of the crypto confessions from our favorite DJs in crypto. Now, let's get started. Started with NFTs in 2021 with $30,000. By 2023, I was down to sub 3K. Almost threw in the towel. I wanted to tell my wife I lost it all. I chose not to. Wife is a stay-at-home mum and we have 2 little girls. She thinks the money is fine and it's still there. Quitting and losing is not an option. My 3K is now around 9K within the past few months. I will triple that 3K or die in this space trying. My man said he's gonna do a 50 cent,
Why are you clapping, fam?
Bro, let me tell you why I'm clapping. I've seen bare man in this space lose a little bit of funds. Oh, it's fake. Oh, it's a scam. Oh, penny stocks. Oh, this. Oh, that. The most important thing in life that you need to have, no matter any industry you're in, whether you're in oil and gas, whether you're working fucking, or you're working on a ridge or ridge in the middle of the sea, you need to have a strong mental. You need to have a strong mentality to survive in this kind of market. Because what happens is, when you capitulate and you sell your weaker hands, bro, you're providing liquidity for the market, man. And this guy, even though most people lose 27K, they're done with the market. Oh, it's a scam, it's a scam. But somehow he has a conviction that he knows what he's doing. Granted, I'm not in the NFT space, but he's still doing this thing. He knows he can make money in NFT, and then he's got a plan. I would have to see him execute his plan and make that money back. So the reason I'm climbing for my man is because most people will have quit by now. But I rate my man for sticking to his gun and making sure he will not be defeated by the market. It's one thing to be chasing, it's one thing to have self-belief. I think what is oozing from this guy's confession is self-belief that he can make it back. So, yeah, kudos to him because we see him bare MANDEM come in this space. And yeah, I can't wait to leave the market. I'm thinking of offering myself. Whoa, relax. It's not that deep. Just leave the market. The market was here before you came. Will be here long after you're gone. So that's my response to my man's. Well done, man. Well done, buddy. Well done.
Somehow I get a sense that Rick doesn't share that same sentiment.
But what's this guy done, bro? He wrote something from 30 grand down to 3 grand. 90% down.
Is it 90% down? Hey, listen. It's not over to the fact that it sinks, bro. He's not on zero, bro. He ain't blown the account. He's got 3K.
And then
we're about to make it up. We're about to 10x that. We're about to be up again.
His 3K went up to 9K.
Yeah. We were.
My man's 70%. My man's 70% down.
Yeah.
Let's just do the math, bro. From 9K, my man has to do about 350% up to get back to his 30K. 350% up for an NFT, bro. Can you see an NFT going 350% up from here?
There must be a single trade, to be fair.
But Rick, I'm assuming NFT is not the only play he has. I'm sure he's got some other.
It's done. But listen to the last line. I will triple that 30K or die in this space trying. Brother, you ain't got 30K no more, bruv. You got 9.
Oh, he did say 30K, yeah, true.
You got 9, bruv.
No,
he's trying to end with 120 and he's starting at 9, bruv. He's got to do 1,000%.
Bro,
NFT.
It's all about having that positive mindset. Like, why would I think I'm broke if I'm trying to get up? Call it the Lulu, yeah. But he's trying to get back up. You got to rate. Most men are trying to give up. Most men are trying to say, oh, the thing's a scam. Don't do it. And they're on X confessing, oh man, my friend, he showed this to me. Now my life is destroyed. At least he's not playing victim blame. He's not blaming, oh, this influencer told me to buy it. Bro, he knows he fucked up and he's trying to fix it. You gotta rate that.
Have you seen the NFT market, fam?
Bro, I'm assuming NFT is not the only play he has, bro. Because if it is, then he's doomed.
That's his only play, bro.
Then he's doomed. Then he's doomed. That's not doomed.
He's gonna buy the
market for him.
But nah. Surely, have you heard of diversification? Where like you have someone.
This one hasn't, bro. Or else he'd mention it.
Wait. You know, there's only so much you can put in the form for these confessions. So maybe you ran out of space and ran out of character. You never know. Next confession, isn't it? You know what I mean?
But he's telling him that his wife's a stay-at-home mom, and they got 2 girls.
So he has no choice. He has to make it back.
You better go buy some real crypto, bro. My man's out here trading plastic, pixelated art. Get out of there, bro.
Man said plastic. It's crazy though. I said get rich or die trying. He's willing to risk it all, man.
Harris, tell me you're gonna be the tiebreaker. Tell me you're on our side, man. NFT or not, you gotta read the lentils, man.
Listen. I respect the fact that he hasn't given up. That shows resilience. However, I would like to see a bit more of a tangible plan to say, boom, I want to do this, and this to try and get to where I'm trying to go.
Excuse me, sir. Rick, you guys don't go on X and share your strategies. You don't share what you're doing. So why would he share on here, fam? Come on, bro.
I do, bro.
No, you don't, Rick. No, you do. You share current things. No. Yeah.
I'm sharing my ETH. I'm buying Solana. I think it will do well. I'm buying Solana or Bitcoin. I'm jumping into the
share our strategies here as well.
Yeah, we share our strategies, bro.
Okay. But he's probably, like I said, he's a newbie, so he's keeping his cards close to his chest because he don't want MANDEM hating in that.
Started in 2021, bro. He's been through a cycle. He ain't a newbie, fam.
The main problem for him that I can see is that he's going to make emotional decisions, at least at this stage, because he's trying to make up money that he's lost. And whenever you're trying... Say again?
He's revenge trading.
Exactly. Exactly. And unless he gets lucky, he's going to make emotional decisions and be like, I need to stick it out or whatever. It's gone down. Instead of cutting his losses or hitting a stop loss, obviously this is NFT, so there is no stop loss, whatever. But let's just say hypothetically he was in a meme coin. Now, instead of hitting a loss, he might just bag hold until it goes to zero. So, it's a tough one, but I think I respect that attitude, and that's the only way he can potentially see himself out of it. But to be honest, he might have to add some more capital to see if he can actually make it out. That's great.
The most important thing is at least you're not folding your hand. That's the most important, because people fold their hand and expect miracles, bro. No miracles coming for you. God is not helping you while you're folding your hand, bro.
Nah, he's trying to help himself, which is respectable at the very least. But let's go on to the next one. I continuously shield crypto to my barber. He got convinced and invested his life savings to crypto, and now he's at a 60% loss.
That's the key.
Now I've changed my barber to avoid seeing him. That's. I said he doesn't want that smoke no more, man.
Can you blame him? I don't want to go to a barber that I know is upset at me. He might just fuck up my hairline, man.
I was about to say he's not willing to risk his hairline on crypto, man. He said, not during this market. Maybe if things go back up, I'll go there.
Yeah,
I can't hear a man changing their barbers. Not very often. So if he does,
it's like
I'm comfortable,
bro. Rarely do you change a barber. As long as when you have a good barber, you stick to it, because good barbers are hard to combat. It's like
facts.
You know what I mean? And then for him to change his barber, it says a lot about the situation. It must be sticky. I wonder what he showed them.
You know what I could imagine? I could imagine my man sitting in the chair, the barber just giving a what about for the crypto, man?
You know what? The maddest thing is? He basically rugged his barber, fam.
Wait, what do you mean? How did he rug his barber? He wasn't behind the pump.
Cut to his barber. He's like, yeah, listen, you need to jump on real nigga tape. You need to jump on daddy. Jump on this.
No.
And his barber's like, all right, cool. This guy is saying it's the bomb. I'm gonna jump in. He jumps in, and then he's just like, yeah, I've sold my bags. I'm changing barber, bro. He rugged his barber, son. It's like a real life rug.
I'm dead. No, but seriously though, like I'm tired of people blaming people for for their own their decisions. At the end of the day, even though you should crypto to you, it didn't mean you should put your life savings in there. Come on, like I know you're higher up on the risk curve. You're trying to make the money back, but you didn't need to put your whole savings in there. But yeah, I mean, there's blame to both parties. One, you should have been shilling. Me personally, when I go to my barber, I don't shill no cryptos because hey, listen, I don't want no smoke. But at the end of the day, if he wants to get into it, that's his own cup of tea. If he wants to ask me for tips, I'll tell him go on the YouTube, type in crypto flip channel, and then you find all the tips you need there, fam. But other than that, yeah, it's a sticky one still. It's a sticky one.
It really is. It really is. Like, there's some people who will take advice, do their own research, and come to their own conclusions, and there's some people who will just blindly follow. You need to know who you're dealing with when you talk to them about financial things, especially when it comes to crypto, because of how volatile it is.
1,000,000%, bro. 1,000,000%.
And if not, you're gonna feel that blowback, man. So you might see a barber knocking at your door soon if you're not careful. Hopefully that's not the case. But yes, welcome back to the Crypto Flip podcast. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple podcasts, don't forget to leave a review there too. We actually had a comment on YouTube that I would actually like to address.
Oh,
comment goes as follows. I would shout out the name, but to be honest, it's one of those names that I'm not going to get right.
They'll never bother time. It's usually not a name.
The comment reads, "This is just bad advice, guys. Jesus, you guys are literally doing the equivalent of trading penny stocks." And that was in response to the episode, How to Make Life-Changing Money in Crypto During Altcoin Season.
First of all, suck your mom, bruv.
Whoa. My man come on with an AK.
Yeah, obviously, if you don't understand the market, you can look at anything as trading a bad investment or trading a bad instrument. But people were making millions on penny stocks, and I don't just mean people like Jordan Belfort that were taking advantage of people. I mean, people with real acumen was actually making a killing on penny stocks. Just like how people with acumen or just a long-term plan are making millions in crypto. Like, we have seen the most amount of crypto wallets with $1 million+ worth of crypto in them than ever. It's like, I think it's now like something like 160,000 wallets have more than $1 million worth of crypto in them. So if this was a scam and if this was like, the worst investment ever, then things wouldn't be going so well. And those 160,000 wallets, they're not just institutions. Obviously, institutions make up a portion of that, but some of these are actually just normal people like you and me. So it's wild that you're so uneducated that you can't see that there's actually potential here. But yeah, I'm just gonna go cry in my McLaren, bro. So wow.
I mean, Rick, you eloquently covered all the points I wanted to make, because I've known there's no market, whether it's volatile, risky or not. If the investors can make money, they're plunging into it. Whether you're higher up on the risk curve or not, people don't care. Yes, it's risky, but can I make money? The riskier the market is, the more, like, the higher, the bigger the return. So for him to say, oh, it's a penny stock, first shows me he's from the equity background. Probably he's a long-term stock investor, and then he thinks, oh, I won't touch penny stocks. Bro, that's your problem. That's your prerogative. Keep opinions to yourself. I mean, I appreciate the comment, whether negative or good, whatever. But at the same time, my retort to that is, if that's the mentality of everything, then you probably you're just a sore loser that likes to hide behind the screen. So, I mean, if you're bad at life, just put your name to it. You know what I mean? Like, let me come on the pod and come say something. Because you can't say, oh, we're giving bad advice. One, we don't give advice. We tell you guys what we're doing. And if you guys want to do the same thing, it's up to you guys. So we're never giving out financial advice on this channel. So that's number one I wanted to make. Number two, people made millions of penny stock trading back in the 90s. So even if it's penny stock trading, so what? So long as you're protecting your downside risk and you're making your profit. That's the most important thing. So yeah, man, just this comment screams ignorance, screams stupidity to me, screams an old Ed who's stuck in his way, the archaic way, and then there's no room for them in this new school. So that's just what it is, man. I wouldn't pay too much attention to him. He's just a troll, online troll, and then that's what trolls actually do: hide behind keyboard, live in the mother's basement, and chat crap.
Yeah, I'm not going to give too much time to this because we've got a lot to do in only a little time. But what I will say is, if you've been a viewer or listener of ours for any period of time, you'll know that how much we really resisted talking about or even delving into things like meme coins. We're actually late on it because of our resistance to it, because we were thinking this is not a serious thing, you know. So yeah, but sometimes, especially in crypto, when there's an opportunity, you just have to take it for what it is. You have to obviously go where the liquidity is, and you really have to try and maximize the opportunities that are in front of you, because this cycle could well be the meme coin cycle. And if that's the only thing that's really pumping for a sustained period of time, it would be foolish of us as investors not to try and take advantage of that. So that's what I would say. And yeah, you know, we welcome further comments. And if you have any other thing to say, you know where to find us. But let's get into the market. So the total crypto market cap was down over 5.5%, and it's down to 2 trillion 500 million effectively, and Bitcoin is now at 500 billion. Sorry, and it's now at 55,700. So the whole market is a bit shaken up right now. There are some interesting catalysts which are coming up, such as the presidential debate on the 10th of September, CPI data release on 11th of September, PPI data release on the 12th of September, 18th September, FOMC meeting, and the 29th of September, CC's out. So there are some interesting things coming up. Me, myself, the way I'm looking at it is it's a great time to buy. I'll definitely be buying in this period. I'm looking at PolitiFi coins. I think that narrative is going to really heat up. We're in September now. There's only a couple more months until the US election comes around, and we know how meme coins like to rally around events. So yeah, what do you guys really make of the market, where we are, and what are your plans?
Right now, I feel like the market is in a place of, I don't know, I feel like it's specific uncertainty. Obviously, I'm online following crypto stuff quite a lot, and people are generally, the sentiment in September is low. September is one of the lowest performing months in crypto. But obviously, November is the best performing month. So ultimately, I just think we're going to go through a point where we're either going to go sideways or down a little. I mean, we're already down probably like 3 or 4% since the start of the month. We're probably going to go sideways and pick up some steam towards the end of September, October, well into November. But yeah, generally, I just feel like things are going to bleed from here for at least a short while. I see some coins that are doing mad crazy though. Helium. But yeah, generally I think right now we're just gonna go through a point where the market is just gonna be really slow for the month. It's probably gonna be earlier part of the month is we take the bigger hit, and towards the end of the month we probably start to increase. So yeah, you could see 40s, you could see 49, 48k on Bitcoins. I have to check liquidation maps, but I see it just going down from here. Hopefully stabilizing, hopefully about 50. But yeah, we'll see.
I want to preface my comments by saying this is not financial advice. Anything we share in this segment or this channel it's not about us giving guys financial advice, because we don't want people thinking we give them advice. We give you guys information. What you do with it's up to you. But for me personally, crypto market is very, very interesting right now. I mean, boring to some people, but very interesting to me. I'm actually doing a lot of housekeeping, moving my stuff off centralized exchange, because don't trust Coinbase, don't trust Binance. They believe it a bit too dodgy for myself. And I think most importantly for me, I think I've been singing this song for the past 3 months, that the market is going to go sideways until we get some potential rate cuts. And even when we get that, there will be further capitulation. And towards the final apex, where we expect things kind of start picking up early September, late December, which is going to be reaching around Q4 times. And the reason why I say this is because this cycle has been closely related to the cycle we had in 2019, or we had a Black Swan event, and then from then on, we took off, capitulate around Q3, then we picked up again in Q4. So similar, but obviously, more markets cycle not the same. There's some subtle differences. Like in 2019, there was pandemic, and this year there's not pandemic, but we've had our own fair share of sell-off as well, based off different random things. So we won't get too much into that. But I definitely expect crypto, especially Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance is itching up higher, closer. Right now it's sitting at 57.3%. I think we'll definitely see 60% Bitcoin dominance by the time rate cut comes. I don't know if it will be perfectly timed, but those two things will happen for Bitcoin to start making the bottom and then start rising for the all-time high. So that's one thing. And two, the reason why I'm confident in my analysis, because you guys can see, if you can check the crypto inflows for ETF and for Bitcoin, especially ETF for Ethereum has been bleeding. Like the outflow has been insane. And what that tells me is there just isn't enough liquidity in the market. Am I saying go short the market? I'm not saying go short the market, because there is a lot of sideways action, so you could be liquidated very quickly. But in my opinion, the best thing to do right now is to just DCA into the coin that you have if you have liquidity. If not, just hold your crypto. You just have to do one thing: survive till December. Because by December, all the hard work you've done this year, whether it's spot buying, whatever, it will pay off if you could just hold off for the next 2-3 months. If not, then if you need the money for something like pay your mother's medical bills, so be it. Do what you gotta do. But for me, I'm holding on strong. I'm adding to my position. I'm adding to all my altcoin position. I'm buying up everything I can buy: Solana, Tia, all my favorite altcoins, Pendle, anything that I'm seeing so many altcoins at a discount. And I remember 6 months ago, I was one of the people saying, "Wow, the altcoin market is overheated. I wish it would come down so I can scale in again." And now the time has come, so I won't shy away from my plan. I'll stick to my plan. Plan is to kind of just buy as much as you can ahead of this upcoming rally. So that's my plan for the next couple months.
I think that whatever you do between now and say Q1, make sure you have like some form of income, some form of income stream, because the last thing you want to do is sell your bags at this point. Reason being, I've been in that position where I've needed to sell my bags for one reason or another, and then obviously it goes parabolic. You never want to be in that position where you're on the sidelines because of what's going on. And obviously with the global situation, recessions, and this, that, and the other, just do whatever you can to be able to cover your bills and do whatever you need to do necessary, so you don't have to dip into your crypto bags, because we haven't reached that point of things going parabolic yet. And historically speaking, that's obviously still due to come. So rate cuts are obviously due to come in America, and I think they'll have a very positive effect. Although Bitfinex actually disagrees with that sentiment, and they said that US interest rates cuts could see Bitcoin drop to 45K in September.
I agree with that sentiment. Because remember, I think sometimes when I'm screaming about catalysts, they think people think, oh, once interest rates cut, that automatically means Bitcoin price is going to pump. You need to understand that people that are in certain positions, whether they're taking out debt, they raise debt at a higher interest rate, and once you lower it, and then they got carry trades on, the best thing to do is now kind of to probably get a newer debt at a much affordable loans, or there will be some sell-off in the stock market and the crypto market. So a rate cut is good for long term, but in the short term, it's probably bad for the outlook of the market for that week or for a few days, because people will try to move things around. Investors are already preparing and anticipating for this rate cut. So I agree with the Bitfinex analysis. And every time, if you our viewers, if you have time, if you just pull the US interest rate, supersede that, overlay that over the Bitcoin price action, And you see that every time there's a rate cut, there's always another further capitulation before we have a bounce back for a rally. So yeah, I mean, I agree with what Biffin is saying. Like every single time there's a rate cut, that happens. So I expect the same thing again this time. And then if that might seem like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. Just kind of shaking out the further, shake out the weaker hands, the leverage trades, and then that's more liquidity to kind of rally back up to tap the higher liquidity zone. So yeah, I agree with that analysis with Bitfinex.
Yeah, and also if we look a bit further onto Q4, FTX is due to return $16 billion to creditors. So how do you think that's going to affect things?
Rick?
I guess it depends on if they've sold already. If there's been selling pressure from them over the last few months, then obviously that could account for some of the choppiness in the market.
Quick question. What was FTX returning? Are they returning Bitcoins or are they returning cash?
Like they're returning cash. I believe they're returning, for every dollar you had on the platform, they're returning like something like $1.60, like 16% on top of what you had. It's a bump because most of those are over 100%.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Look at the difference in Solana between when they got Solana was less than $50, I believe. It was something like $20 or $30 when they
I'm pretty sure they started selling around. They were probably selling during the time Germany was dumping their Bitcoin to it was Germany. When they had a Euro, the host of the Euro Cup, that's when they were dumping. So probably they probably scaling out their positions also they can pay by the creditors. So I think
I think what that could mean for the market is if they're gonna sell to the open market, obviously prices are gonna go down. It would be great.
How do we know they haven't sold already, Rick? How do we know they haven't already sold? They're sold.
To be honest, we could do some on-chain analysis. We could look at the FTX wallets because they have a few. We could look to see if any funds have been moved. I feel like if there was funds moved, it would have been news because people
everyone would know about it.
Yeah. So probably those are coins that are unsold. So I'm guessing they're gonna sell a stake and then pay back people. Yeah, so pay back the people. So yeah, I guess that's selling pressure. But yeah, for me, I wouldn't short on that selling pressure because if these guys really wanted to sell, just like we spoke about the German government selling. Bro, there's people like MicroStrategy and BlackRock that are buying every single Bitcoin that they can get their hands on. So realistically, if they want to sell, they can sell OTC. But what they'll probably do, in favor of those companies, is they will sell. The market will go down, and then they'll buy at a lower price because that makes total sense. And that's what we would do if we had $3 billion worth of Bitcoin to buy. We would not buy at open rate. We'd try to get that price down,
of course.
So I think that would be some downward pressure in the market, to be honest.
If I may interject here, I think this is almost negligible because the selling pressure that you would get from the FTX selling, trying to pay back the investors, and when investors get the USD, when they get their cash or whatever, guess what they're gonna do? Buy more crypto. So it's like, you're selling.
You think so though? Because a lot of those people are newbies and they learned and stuff like that.
True. But think about it, right? If they return the money during the time the euphoria is returning back to the market, why would I take the money out and go shopping when I can go shop on the actual market?
But if they send you cash and not crypto, then that's different.
Yeah. Well, I thought you said that when you said cash, you mean like USDT, USDC, right?
Probably, or just cash or just fiat.
I think it'll be like money, like actual US dollars.
Terrible. That's terrible.
I know. I think what you should consider though, Deji, is like these people invested in a coin. They probably weren't planning to be long-term investors. Interest rates have gone up. Their mortgage prices have gone up. The cost of living has gone up. Exactly. Recession's on the loom. These people want the money, so they're probably not gonna reinvest it into the market. They're probably gonna take it and be like, "Fuck this, I'm out of crypto."
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. No, I fully hear your point.
At least in the short term,
Yeah, you have an excellent point. But I think two things. One, it depends on the time they run this event when they return the cash. If they return the cash now, they're not going to invest it back in the market. They're going to hold their cash. You know what I mean? But if they return it back, let's say late Q4, early Q1, when Bitcoin is pumping, trying to go for all-time high, you know what I'm trying to say? Like people like take my money.
Well, people are probably trying to buy Christmas presents and
Oh well, that's their problem. If that's what you want to spend money on, that's a problem. and I think, to be honest, from my analysis from X's kind of stuff, and when I was there wasn't in the FTX saga, but most of the people that lost their funds in the FTX saga, I know people that lost billions, and they act like it phased them. Yes, it was a big L, but they had to move on because it is what it is. But they learned from it. Never trust sex.
Do you know what's
interesting? Snakes.
They are 100% snakes. Do you know what I found out?
Snakes.
So I was chatting to this guy, big crypto don, met him this last week, and we're talking, and I'm like, yeah, so FTX. I'm like, oh, you get. He said I had so much positions on FTX when it happened, like when the whole thing happened. I'm like, oh, cool, but you're getting back. I just checked, it's 18% on top of the dollar, so you get 118%. But they said 98% of creditors get back 118%.
Oh wow!
I'm like, okay, cool. So you're getting back, at least you're getting back more money than you had in the platform. And he's like, no. I'm like, explain. He's like, so I had open trades on FTX when it was crashed, right? They didn't close those trades immediately. So imagine you bought Bitcoin at 50K. Bitcoin went up to 60. They didn't close the trade immediately. He said what happens is it looks like some of the trades that he had open, he had like £1 million worth of trades open. Some of the trades, they closed at a lower value. So he lost money. Some of the trades, they closed at a higher value. But he's like, to be honest, it's impossible for him to know exactly when they closed that trade off. So a lot of people that had open positions on FTX are getting back way less than they actually expected, especially if they had leverage trades open. So I'm like, oh shit, because I was only thinking of it from a spot perspective. You know, I bought $10 of Solana, and now I'm gonna get back, 11.8, like $11.8. But yeah, the open positions and the positions that were closed after the collapse.
Was it leveraged trade? Was it leveraged position?
I think he had leverage positions.
Yeah,
but either way, he's pissed because he's like, I'm gonna operate at a loss.
I don't care who you are, whether you're small maxi, big maxi, medium size maxi, I don't care who you are pissed at the situation because no one wants to be forced to liquidate your crypto position and get fiat back. So when you guys are telling me that they're getting stable, if at least I'm not getting stable back, then that means that's less fees that I have to pay to ramp it back up. You know what I mean? So if I'm getting cash, it's definitely a loss because I'd rather be in crypto. At least if I'm in stables, like at least whether I'm deciding whether I'm going to go back in the market or not, I'm earning some sweet APY, even though it's not a lot, but it's still something better than some interest account. I know, but point I make is regardless of who you are, if you have crypto at FTX and you're getting cash back, it's a loss because God knows if I had this crypto to today, you probably will have multiplied 2x, 3x, 4x it during this new run. So yeah, I mean, I agree. It's a loss. No matter how you look at it, it's a loss. The good thing is they're getting some cash back. But then again, who wants cash when you can get stables?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time around Q4 or whenever they actually begin to distribute that and liquidate those holdings, because it's going to be, at that time we obviously expect crypto to start its ascent, and that obviously might be a counteracting balance. But what I've learned from a lot of these liquidations is that they take a lot longer than you think they will, and they have times that they projected to come on board and they just don't. And I'm in the midst of one. It's a small one, so it's not really anything. But that happened in like 2018, 2019. So this is happening a lot faster than a lot of other ones that I know. Obviously, Mt. Gox still hasn't distributed its funds, and like there's so many like liquidations that have happened that people are still waiting for. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, and I definitely wouldn't short the market. I'll just be aware and just move accordingly.
Do not shut the market after the news that FTX is dumping. Listen, but only experienced traders should run shorts. Trust me on that one.
The wildest thing is, so this guy had shorts on FTX because he was hearing what was going on. You remember when CZ put out that tweet?
Oh yeah.
When he's
a dumbass for putting.
I'm short in FTX, bro. He said the trade increased in value so quickly, but yeah, then the platform went off and he couldn't trade.
He is a dumbass. You know why?
It's a winning trade, bro.
No. But listen, great insight to identify this is a money making opportunity. But when you know that FTX on there could be a potential downfall. You see what's happening to banks since inception of banking. Why would you place the show on a platform that you know might go out of business very soon? Why not do it on Binance? Why not do it on anywhere else but FTX? That's where he fucked up.
I was going to say, could he have done that trade on another platform?
Binance? Like, if Binance had blown the whistle, basically telling you, come play shots over here, guys. TC's a basically value. Come play some shots over here. And then you're like, no, I'll go play some FTX. Nah, wrong with, buddy. Because even if he cash that money out, they will block him anyway. What? Can I cash out $500 million? What? No way. Block.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hopefully that guy manages to get his crypto back. And hopefully someone manages to get their enthusiasm back, because maybe love is bad for crypto, man. Maybe you can't make gains if you're falling in love and you're out with your girl. And ever since Vitalik has got wiped up by Ethereum daily revenue has dropped to 2024 lows and is now down 90% year to date. So we need to have the discussion, man. Is Ethereum dead?
I beg a man explain this to me. Vitalik's got a girl.
Yeah,
apparently
listen,
so.
bro. Of course she's like, bro, listen. Of course she's like. The most important thing is, do you think, like, this is why I hate about the crypto community. You want man to remain single forever and serve the crypto community. Like, you don't want to have a life. Every day, wake up.
Bags pumped, man.
No, wake up, patch the Ethernet network, wake up, rat code, patch, work. Come on, man. He deserves a rest too. Man, sometimes this community, they annoy me, fam. Just because you think he's locked up and now you think Ethereum is dead. Come on, bro. The reason why Ethereum is dead is because, well, I don't think Ethereum is dead. That's because it comes down there. The reason why it might look like Ethereum is dead is because you keep seeing these different layer ones popping out. Doesn't mean they're going to be better than Ethereum. Let's get out of the way. Two, there has been a lot more. Go on.
No, go on.
Oh, yeah. There has been a lot more L2s coming out, which, I mean, how many freaking L2s can Ethereum have? Like, come on. Like, how many layer 2s do we need? So that is a little bit concerning. And another fact that, you know what I mean, this ETH printing thing is not the best. I mean, it's meant to be deflationary now, which is one of the reasons why the ETF application was so smooth, because ETH is not becoming a deflationary asset. But is it, though, when you can easily print out as much as you want? Like, how deflationary is it? So I think that's some of the answers or questions that he needs to answer moving forward to the next rally. But I have no doubt in my mind, ETH is still a top blue chip asset in this space. Like we can have all the jokes we want. My man's got a lame girlfriend, blah blah blah. He's not focused, whatever. I don't care what you man say. There is too much developers in this space that are pro ETH for ETH to go dead. That's what I'm saying. Rick, you wanted to say something.
Rick looks like he said it's spit right off of
it. First of all, I completely agree with you. Just because my man has a girlfriend, it means nothing for Ethereum, bro. Vitalik rarely writes code for the ETH Foundation right now. It's not like he's out there writing 10,000 lines of code every.
But he makes decisions still.
Yeah, but how does that stop? How does that stop him? Because he has a girlfriend now.
That has a partner works less. Like that don't make sense.
No, the figurehead. So people want to hear what he's got to say. What's the plans for ETH? What we doing next?
Yeah, but the guy's active, bro. The guy's always active, bro. Look at him, bro. Look at him, fam. But furthermore, I'm trying to find my man. Yeah.
Wait. I thought you found it, Rick. I thought you found it, Rick. You were smiling a bit. I thought you found it.
Nah, bro. How we will do that. I think it's a mean thing. I think
I'll send it to you after.
The Ethereum Foundation will live on. There's no negative impact that this will have on ETH. He's not going to start selling ETH, bro. The guy has only sold ETH to like fund projects that he believes in, bro. He's given away.
But let's talk about why the Ethereum value, why the volume, the revenue is down to a 2024 low.
Do you know why?
Bro.
Yeah, like Solana is now a big. Before, I think Ethereum could be like Solana, that's my little brother. But now I think during this run, the projects are showing the propensity to willingly migrate away from ETH platform to Solana because of the cheaper fees, more activity, more degens, which you know what that means, more revenue, blah 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 blah. So I think that's one of the reasons why Ethereum can no longer just scoff at Solana, because Solana is on the upper coming, and I think probably the next biggest rally during this run will be Solana, will be one of them. So But the point I want to make is that I did hear about a rumor that that Vitalik is dumped 5,000 ETH, and I know he doesn't dump things for no reason. He dumps it because he understands that the market.
Wait, are you talking about when the Ethereum Foundation sold? Because I saw that, but that was obviously to pay. They have to pay for like different things, like
But the matter of fact, he still sold, even though he denied it. Say, "Oh, I didn't sell," but probably the foundation sold. What I'm trying to make is that at the end there, if he did sell something, I wouldn't even say, "Oh, that's a red flag" or whatever, because I've seen this guy sell. I remember one time here when he had a bag of Shiba Inu, or after he pumped after some crazy rally, and you know what he did? He sold it and he sold his bag of Shiba. I think he sold about 500 ETH or 1,000 ETH to some relief in Ukraine or something during that time. And then that's just the kind of person Vitalik is. He won't sell to line up his own pocket, but he will sell to do to better someone else, or the better of the community, or better project. So that for me personally, like ETH is probably one of the strongest plays in this market. I'm not gonna say it's gonna do 20x or 10x, but if you're looking for a safe place to put your money for ahead of the next run, ETH is one of the top contenders.
I think ETH is dead, man. I think ETH has had its time. I think ETH is well, when I say that, let me put a little bit of nuance.
Clear that, please.
No, so obviously ETH is second in market cap behind Bitcoin. It's done a lot of multiples since its inception, but there's a reason why people are moving away from ETH. Both traders, both investors, and also most importantly, developers. High fees, like speed is not like the fastest. All these things like add up over time, and crypto is a place where a week it feels like a month, and a month feels like a year. So if you're not really developing and you're not really progressing, what are you really doing? So I don't think if we're talking about multiples, I think it's had its time. It can still obviously go up when altcoin season comes around, but I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think it will happen in this cycle, but I wouldn't be surprised if in the next cycle something takes over ETH as the second spot or the top altcoin. That wouldn't shock me at all. In fact, I kind of expect it, to be honest.
Bro,
Rick, you look like you're ready for Wolf.
I agree with you. I'm not gonna lie. I think Ethereum has kind of seen its day. Like, you can only be king of the hill next to Bitcoin for so long, and I feel like, But at the same time, they still have way more developers than any other project. They still have, like, when I looked at it, the developers that are churning from Ethereum are like 5% a year. So they still have more developers than anyone. However, yeah, I agree with you. I think the fees are too high. Everything's too high. The foundation is crumbling. They haven't done the things that they said they were going to do. They've done upgrades, but those upgrades haven't yielded what we want as people that use the platform. It hasn't yielded lower gas fees or low enough gas fees. Obviously, now we have proof of stake, but that proof of stake is some dead APY. But I mean, yeah, generally, I just feel like
it is dead.
I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if something flips ETH, but it's just such a long way to go to flip ETH. So when it does, or if it does happen, yeah, the only thing I can see that would do that in this moment in time is Solana. And yeah, that's why I said we said we give away our strategy, because my strategy is selling all my ETH, and I've got an ETH bag that I think I'm just gonna let go, or at least partially let go, because Solana's just outperforming.
More attractive, I say this here. I think again, you guys make eloquent statements and like eloquent points, Aris, Rick. But one thing I think is the main problem with ETH, the reason why a lot of developers are not messing with it personally with me as well. Like when I'm working with some blockchain project right now, and it's not Ethereum, it's actually Polkadot. So and then there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? It's not because of friendliness of language or whatever. It's most predominantly the bootcamp I've attended. People don't want to be messing with ETH because of this high freaking fees. That's the main thing. Like these fees are killer. And
I don't know.
The L2s and the L1s. The L2s. It mitigates it to a certain point, but then again, it's still a problem. So that's probably the only point I will highlight out of the things you guys said that's truly wrong with ETH. I think the high, and then this is all part of being a mature ecosystem. You know what I mean? But then again, Bitcoin is also mature and it doesn't have such a mad high gas speed, but then again, it doesn't have smart contract. So just depends on what is your cup of tea. Do you want? I mean, are you trying to develop a mature chain, or you want something that's got a bit more interactivity, more degens, which is Solana? So it just depends on what you're feeling for. But the only point I will agree with you guys, the fees are a bit crazy, and then I think that's probably what's reducing a little bit of the revenue. Obviously, the economy not being at its best also not a great thing. So yeah, that's part of the reason why Ethereum is slightly underperforming compared to the rest of the market.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see, but I think the takeaway is not to just blindly hold or not to get married to your bags, and not to obviously analyze where we are in terms of like the market cycle, and also where we are in terms of the different tokens relative to each other. So yeah, make sure you do that. Review your cryptos every so often, even if you're a long-time investor. And yeah, things always change, so make sure to always keep that in mind. With that being said, we will see you in the next one, and until then, take care. Peace.